Hey, I'm Eric Haugen. There's my social media information. Like my videos and subscribe to my channel. If this content is enriching to your life, it helps me out when you do that. By the way, also, you can check the description box below for information about all the pedals and stuff like that that I'm using. Today, we are talking about toxic expectations and suffering with practice. Okay, here we go. Point number one I'd like to make is this. I say this, I think I've said this in other videos. Be careful who we look up to. We need to, I think it's a good idea, acknowledge that certain musicians that we look up to are virtuosos. They are geniuses. They are neurodivergent. Their hands, the connections they see, the things that they can do, I don't know who you are, but it's possible that we might never get there. And I think it causes a lot of frustration with how we play. If while we are playing our instrument, trying to play something nice, if all I'm doing while I'm playing is thinking about everything that I'm not and the things that I can't do and the people that I can't play like, well, yeah, man, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer. So that's point number one I'd like to make, is that we can admire who we admire, but we can also know that, man, they're their own thing. They're their own thing and we're our own thing. And then counterpoint, hey, there's probably stuff in life that they're not very good at. Nobody is great at everything. Well, some people are, but most people aren't. Everybody's got their own defects and flaws. So, that might help you. Yeah. Reflect on that for a minute. Now, the next little point I'd like to make is, kind of along the same lines, let's talk about the internal critic, which he can be helpful or not. And again, I don't know, maybe you're more mentally healthy than me, but I can speak to my own. I have an internal critic. I have a voice in my head that's like judging me and keeping an eye on what I do and how I play. And more likely than not, you have one too. And I think when it comes to playing music, one thing that I think is helpful to do is you're never going to be able to ignore that little. To me, my visualization is like it's one of the neighborhood bullies, that I grew up with, like that's in my head going. And actually, I've learned to ignore them by now. But I think I've observed that I think he or she or it, they make people play in this way to appease this thing, this voice that's going, what you got? What you got? That's not that good. What you got? You're not even that good, are you? And you can't really just silence that voice forever. But what you can do is go, okay, well, thanks for that. Anyway, I'm going to go on anyway. I'm going to befriend that thing. I'm going to be like, hey, buddy, cool, thanks for that. I'm going to go get a slice of pizza, and then maybe shut the fuck up. That's my thing. I try to befriend defects. Reflect on that while let's see if I can play the melody to one. Okay, continuing. From time to time, along the same lines about this internal critic, these voices we hear, I will see in the comments section the words, I suck. Well, they'll say that about me, but oftentimes people will say that about themselves, like, I suck at soloing, I suck at songwriting. When I try and do a thing, it just sucks. And that, to me, that's where alarms go off, where I'm like, that's negative self-talk. That's really dangerous stuff. It's actually really dangerous because how you talk to yourself is that's important. That yeah. By the way, this is super duper like guitar therapy self-help speak. I'm sorry if this is too hippy dippy for you. This is just who I am. But yeah, negative self-talk is really damaging. It's really damaging stuff. So like, I think it's really, what I try and do is observe. I observe my defects. I observe my flaws. I might even laugh at them. That's really powerful to go, oops, rather than I suck. That's more damaging than you could possibly realize. Counterpoint, I don't think we should be, arrogant or think that we are, the world's gift to musicians and guitar players. I think we should have a realistic understanding of where we are artistically, musically. That's cool, and be okay with that. Yeah, we should be, healthy confidence, non-arrogance. We should be able to observe our flaws and defects and go, yeah, I'm not perfect. Big surprise. Big surprise. You're a human being. You're not perfect. Reflect on that while I play some Phil Collins. Will I remember? All right. So here's the last little series of points I want to make for today. Notice I was playing Harry Nilsson 1 because one thing I observe is that for a good portion of us out there in the world, we're playing a lot by ourselves in our office, in our room. And I'm starting to think the internet is doing this thing where it's making y'all think you need to play more flashy, more complex, more impressive than is actually necessary in a real life ensemble situation. You would be surprised how simple, your guitar parts or your solos can be. They don't have to be that complicated. And so here we go. Here's my bullet points. Here's what you need to do to sound good in real life. You need to be in tune, in time, with good tone, and this is the most important one, good feel. One more time. In tune, in time, good tone, and most importantly, good feel. Feel is a nebulous thing. That's just your comfort, your flow, exactly how you move, how you, it's hard to explain what good feel is. Here, let's see if I play another 80s riff. Let's play some Pretenders. What? Oh, there we go. Let's see how, if I got good time, good tune, good tone, and good feel on this simple riff. I love this part. So fun, so fun. That's all I got for today. Really just that thing of, watch out who you look up to and, know who you are and be okay with that. I say this stuff in every video, but, bears repeating. It really bears repeating. So just so you know, for me, the people I look up to, Dave Rawlings, Mark Ribot, Jimi Hendrix I always look up to, but honestly, I look up to producers a lot. Daniel Lanois, Brian Eno, John Bryan, Bob Johnston. I like songs, producers, and stuff like that, even more than I like guitar players, because really to me, guitar is just one piece of the puzzle, and I play it like that. I play it as though it's just a piece of the music. But even, like I said, the people I look up to, they're not aliens. I can hear the humanity in their playing. I don't try and play like Eric Johnson. And honestly, I don't try and play like Mateus Asado, Blake Mills, Julian Lage, any of the new school guys out there. I'm like, that's amazing. I can't do it. I can't do it. I've been studying music for my whole life. I can't do that, what they do. That's okay with me. I'm happy with how I play. And I hope you're happy with how you play. That's my main thing is like, I just see so many students playing with angst, and you gotta let that go if you want to get better. That's why my whole thing is about playing really simply, but like actually embracing that and not being ashamed of that. Like being like, I'm just gonna land this simple stuff like deep in the pocket. Now again, I'm gonna be in tune, I'm gonna be in time with good tone and good feel. Like that's, to me, that's always gonna win. Thanks so much to everybody who supports me in all the ways that you do. Even if it's just clicking like and subscribe, because that helps with algorithm relevancy. I don't put ads on my windows. I don't put ads on my windows. Oh, well, I'm in a window. I don't put ads on my channel because I think they're annoying, because they are annoying. And so I make my living by people choosing to invest in me via Patreon, via my website, via booking lessons, via donating. There will be a Truefire course coming out very soon, actually. That'll be next week. I'll talk about that. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. You make my life cool by helping me out like that. As Bill and Ted would say, you know what I'm gonna say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself. Hence this whole thing. Happy Friday, eat pizza.